Caitlin Clark became well-known due to her outstanding collegiate career with the Iowa Hawkeyes. With her long three-point shooting, high-scoring games, and acute court vision, she broke records and attracted the attention of basketball fans around the country. She was not merely a fantastic athlete. She became well-known as the spokesperson for collegiate women's basketball. Her shows frequently drew large TV viewers, packed stadiums, and even higher attendance numbers for few NBA games. By the time Caitlin joined the WNBA draft in 2024, she had already surpassed the NCAA all-time scoring record for both men and women, and her notoriety had grown globally. When the Indiana Fever selected her first overall, her status as one of the most promising players in women's basketball history was solidified. Because of her exceptional popularity and performance, Caitlin Clark was the most sought-after endorsement target in women's basketball. Among the big shoe companies that began actively pursuing her with multi-million-dollar deals were Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and Puma. In addition to being a superb athlete, each firm saw her as a potential long-term global ambassador who might boost sales and visibility in the women's sports sector. A competitor reportedly made a strong offer of $16 million spread over 4 years, promising a signature sneaker in return. Adidas also made a comparable offer that included $6 million spread over 4 years and a prototype sneaker. Puma initially entered the race, but they eventually pulled out as the bidding heated up and the financial stakes increased. To finalize the deal, Nike offered Caitlin Clark a record-breaking 8-year contract for $28 million. The deal included a trademark shoe and was one of the most significant individual athlete sponsorships in women's basketball history. In 1984, Jordan signed his first Nike contract, which changed the landscape of sports marketing. In addition to a substantial financial payout, he was offered a contract that included royalties from every pair of Air Jordan sold. This deal established the benchmark for giving players more influence over their brand and products and contributed to Air Jordan becoming a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Caitlin's agreement is comparable to those, despite some notable differences. Unlike Jordan's contract, Clark's reportedly does not include royalties on shoe sales. Nonetheless, the deal's overall size and the inclusion of a trademark shoe demonstrate Jordanian faith in her marketability and long-term impact. Sonny Vaccaro, a former Nike executive who helped bring Michael Jordan to the firm in the 1980s, praised Caitlin Clark's accomplishments but criticized Nike for not giving her the full Jordan treatment. He publicly stated that Clark should have received royalties or brand equity as payment. Vaccaro argues that because Caitlin has previously shown that she can attract a lot of attention and increase sales, Nike missed the opportunity to treat her as more than just a highly valuable athlete. Similar to Jordan, they had the opportunity to make her a true business partner. Caitlin Clark's Nike contract encompasses more than simply her personal accomplishments. It is a big step forward for women's sports in general. For a long time, female athletes have received much less media attention and endorsements than their male counterparts, even when their popularity and performances have reached or exceeded expectations. Clark's deal demonstrates a shift in that relationship. Nike's willingness to negotiate a long-term, high-value contract with a female athlete and design a signature shoe just for her shows that the company is beginning to view women's sports as equally viable and appealing. Supporters, athletes, and advocates for gender parity in sports have praised the ruling as a sign that professional athletes are gaining greater respect. At the same time, discussions over the disparity in pay between male and female athletes have been reignited by the deal. Caitlin Clark's Nike endorsement is far higher than her WNBA salary, which starts at about $76,000 per year. This discrepancy has drawn criticism and sparked broader conversations about how professional female athletes are compensated and what needs to change in league structures and media agreements to support their growth. Sports marketing experts agree that Caitlin Clark's contract is revolutionary in terms of brand potential and financial value. It was viewed by many as a new benchmark for female athletes. Her wide appeal, crossover appeal, and popularity make her an ideal spokesperson for Nike and the future of women's basketball. Analysts predict that this partnership would encourage other companies to spend more in women's sports, enabling more female athletes to acquire long-term Sponsorships and contracts. Some have noted that Caitlyn's contract's conditions, particularly the lack of royalties, might be altered in later contracts. As women's sports continue to grow and generate cash, more equitable forms of athlete compensation, like revenue sharing and equity shares, are expected to become standard. Caitlyn's long-term agreement also demonstrates Nike's confidence in her career trajectory rather than being a short-term endorsement focused only on initial buzz. Because of her 8-year contract, she will play a significant role in Nike's marketing plan for a very long time. This includes potential roles in worldwide basketball initiatives, Olympic advertisements, and broader lifestyle branding. One of the most exciting features of Caitlin Clark's Nike contract is the possibility of a signature sneaker. This is a rare honor, even among professional athletes, that shows young athletes, especially girls, that participation is not only rewarding but also acceptable. Although they haven't revealed a release date, Nike has declared that the sneaker is actively being developed. When it launches, it will be the first signature women's basketball shoe in a long time and one of the few in history that has a significant impact. Girls who grew up. Watching Caitlin Clark will now have the opportunity to wear shoes designed specifically for them by an athlete who plays like them, looks like them, and leads with confidence and grace. There is more to this product than just shoes. It stands for progress. For decades, young male athletes have worn sneakers designed by their heroes, like Air Jordans, Kobe's, and LeBron James. Now, young female athletes will have the chance to do the same. This cultural shift may also change how future generations view their place in sports. The story of Caitlin Clark's Nike deal is a powerful example of how talent, perseverance, and changing attitudes about women in sports can lead to groundbreaking achievements. Clark didn't need a staged moment. The biggest attraction was her effort on the court. Her $28 million Nike contract with a trademark shoe is proof that the women's sports sector is growing and that athletes like her ought to receive the same perks and recognition as their male counterparts. Michael Jordan's impact contributed to the development of athlete endorsements as we know them today. Caitlin Clark is now building something new based on that. Even though she did not get the exact conditions of Jordan's historic deal, her prominence, notoriety, and potential have made her an important figure in the next generation of sports marketing. This is not only a personal victory, it's an important cultural turning point for women's basketball and a blatant evidence of how the sport has changed. If you found this video to be inspirational or instructive, please give it a thumbs up and forward it to others who ought to see this moment in sports history. Share your thoughts in a comment. Do you think a new era in women's basketball history has begun with Caitlyn's contract? To ensure that you never miss our in-depth assessments of the most significant sports and culture stories, don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and